God of War Ascension, the Village of Kirra, Titan difficulty mode. I just wanted to note that I restarted this chapter from the chapter select screen, and there were some, there's a wheelbarrow and some vases at the beginning of this stage. And then when I restarted, they weren't there, but just to let you guys know, there are 5 Gorgon Eyes and 3 Phoenix Feathers in this stage, so there's a potential to get a health upgrade before you go into the next stage. So smash all these things. I just love smashing shit. This is really reminiscent of God of War 1 in that famous scene with Aries in the background when you're going looting all the houses. I can't think of anything funner. I don't know if I destroyed that table all the way. I'll have to restart my whole guide. Just kidding. But there's nothing I enjoy more than going into houses and looting, smashing everything, getting all the hidden chests. But anyway, so here's the first of the 2 items. There are 20 Gorgon Eyes and 15 Phoenix Feathers in this game because presently we will be acquiring our first magic ability, and they give you a sliver of magic. There's 4 slivers, and to get 1 sliver you'll need 1 upgrade. So this is an easy house to miss right here, just to let you know. So you will be getting you will be collecting 15 Phoenix Feathers, and every 5 you get will give you another sliver. And then you'll also be getting health upgrades every 5, just like the Phoenix Feathers. So you're going to be grabbing 20 of the Gorgon Eyes. So just bear in mind that there are 5 more Gorgon Eyes than there are Phoenix Feathers. That's just how it works. I really love these elephant enemies. I really do. I don't know if they were the same ones in the once you get to the island, once you board the ship later in the game. It's one of my favorite parts in this game, as is this level. I love this level. I love going through the houses and just looking around and stuff. Nobody's home. But I don't know if these are the same elephant enemies. I don't know. I don't think they are. I think they're like armored ones, but they're definitely my new favorite enemy in this game. So anyway, 2 elephants here. It's kind of an elephant. It's kind of it's not that much of it's not like a real exotic kind of creature, but I like fighting these guys. Now when they grab you, you're hitting them with square and triangle, and if they try to grab you, I believe they try to at least hit you, but if they do, try to evade if necessary. So you just need to take the dogs out first of all, and then just deal with these guys. So they just do a basic charge attack, and see the charge, so you just got to dodge out of the way. And they're pretty easy. They just have a lot of HP. There's going to be several times when they run out of steam. You see that guy, he just ran out of steam. So it's also cool, like if they smash the barrels in their attacks and stuff, you get the orbs. So it's not like the enemies ever rob you of orbs in this game. So once we clear these enemies, I'll be showing you where all the items in this village are. I think this is where Kratos originally lived, somewhere around here. At the start of the level, there was a cutscene. The only cutscenes I'll be keeping are the any transitional scenes that you can't skip. But you can't skip cutscenes anyway, which is something they really need to think about doing in the next game. It's fine to not let the player skip the cutscene on the first playthrough, but on the second playthrough, just let him skip everything if he doesn't want to rewatch it. It's just, I don't know, it's just completely unnecessary. So you see how I mounted that guy? We're not really like mounting him and then hitting the other guy with him. So not that hard of a fight here. I don't know. There's a lot of cool enemies in this game, like new ones. The Gorgons, they're redesigned, and I like the Gorgon mini games. I honestly do. I thought I would kind of get. I thought I wouldn't be enjoying the. Oh, you see right here? This is a mini game too. You gotta evade right there. I apologize. I took the tutorials off, but I figured that people who are playing Titan mode, they already know what they're doing. and it just kind of just gets in my way, and I don't like it. But I had all the tutorials on when I originally played, but it looks like just one elephant left, and just don't. I really wouldn't recommend skipping any. Just get every chest in this game. It's going to help you out a lot. So yeah, they also do that stomp attack, so you got to watch out for that. And when some of these enemies, they'll do an attack and like part of their bodies will glow. I really don't know if that's your cue to start parrying, but when I do get the parry ability, I parried a bunch of attacks on some goatmen and the Medusa in one of the final battles of this level, and I wasn't relying on any attacks that were like glowing, but that was just that. The one enemy that I remember really flashing were the Legionnaire captains, or I think they're just called Legionnaires, the standard Legionnaires in God of War 3. The funnest enemy to fight by far, because they would flash, and then you would instantly know when to parry, and it would just work flawlessly. And when I say flawlessly, I mean just that. So now we're going to be going over here and jumping on this thing, and then this just really reminds me of God of War 1, going in all the houses. So here's a treasure chest in this box, and then you want to jump up here, and then there's some vases here, and I think there's a artifact. Is that an artifact or a letter? Yeah, I definitely missed that one on my first playthrough. And then this is probably a Gorgonite in here. Oh, a phoenix feather. Okay, so that's actually the second, and there's going to be one more of those. I thought there was something right there, but I was mistaken. Now we're going to be pushing this this cart over to the area where we saw a couple of red orb chests. So it actually is faster to just not like charge a kick and do it, but I just do it anyway sometimes. So you see, I think I do one kick and then and then just check out how fast it goes. They've really sped it up. Okay, oh my bad. There's only one chest up here. So definitely grab this, and then what we're going to be doing now is going into any other houses that we've missed along the way. I think this one, it might be empty here. Yeah, that one's empty. But I was still smashing up. Just try. If you think something is around the corner, there might be some boards or something to smash, and you might not think that just who cares about 5 or 10 orbs? Just get all the orbs. It is. I mean, it's so fun to smash stuff. I really can't say how fun it is. I'm not even being sarcastic. I love smashing shit up. Anyway, okay, so now we're going to go over here, and there's a chest concealed behind that water wheel. I really like this, the aura around the crank telling you the right way to turn the crank. I don't think they do that enough in this game. I mean, I remember there being some other cranks, but they never really had that aura around them. That's a really smart idea. Saves the player the hassle of turning the crank in the wrong direction. So anyway, grab some health if you need it. You probably will need it after that fight with the elephant men. And then this chest over here is kind of obvious. So this is the Gorgonite, the second of 5. So it's nice that there's a nice 5 count for the Gorgon's eyes. In this level, so we know what we're working with here. So that turning that crank lowered this rope here for us to cross this cable, and so we've completely looted the village. There's nothing else. I was having a problem getting off that. I think it's the R1 button to detach from that. And then you could also smash those things. And then I thought there was something over here. Just check every corner. I left a comment on, I think IGN was listing where all the locations were for stuff or something, or it was some video, and I just told everybody, if what did I say? I said the one surefire way to avoid missing stuff is to just go the wrong way, because there's only one way to go in all these God of War games. So just go the wrong way. You know, that's how you find stuff, and always don't let them trick you with camera angles either. So you see, I try to keep my little expeditions, my little personal, anal retentive, going to every little corner. I try to keep that at a minimum. If I have to, I'll explore off camera, and then when I know where everything is, then I'll hit the record button. So anyway, there's one house to go over to here, which has a red orb chest in it, and maybe a smashable table. No, I think it's just the orb chest. Okay, and here is where we're going to acquire Aries fire. So just approach the cauldron and just press R1. I'm also going to be making an upgrade over here, so I also just wanted to let everybody know that when I make an upgrade, you will know. So I'm going to leave all the footage in. So once I press start here, I'm going to make my upgrade. What I do is I'm going to upgrade my Blades of Chaos, get those up to at least level 2. But I'm never going to keep anybody out of the loop about what I'm upgrading. So I did buy the level 2 upgrade to start being able to parry, and so you're going to be seeing me test the parry system out. You also notice that we can also start having a rage of Aries. You can have your rage meter up whenever you're doing. Whenever you have your rage meter built up, and it depends on, well, it doesn't depend, but it'll vary. If you have later on we'll be getting an ice attack, and then if you have the rage meter up, he'll do a different move. So you can, as you saw right there, not only did I get a really good parry here, but you could also discard your weapon in midair. Also, a really good thing about these enemies, are pretty tough. I think these may be the armored guys whom you can't grab with the R1 button. Let's see if I try to do it. Yeah, okay, these are the grabbable guys. So these guys are really not a problem. There's 2 segments here, and I don't think it's broken by a checkpoint, but there's one fight that I remember in this video that's really tough. And they're these guys here, and they have armor, so they're not grabbable, and that's good. You know, we don't want enemies that always have armor on. We kind of want a spread of different kind of variables in a game like this to mix the hardness up a little bit, but it's not the case really here. But once we get to the guys with the armor, I think they're called centaurs. I mean, but they don't look like any centaur that I'm familiar with in God of War. But they're goatmen, and they're goats. That's what they are. They're more like satyrs than they are centaurs. These guys, I don't know, they're just spectating from the sidelines right there. I'm not sure what they were doing. The AI is really good in this game. They're not really stupid or anything. So what else? Oh yeah, what I was going to say was in a fight up ahead, they're gonna, whenever enemies really box you into a corner, having that parry ability is really good. So you see, right here, I'm not really getting boxed into a corner, but some of these enemies, they really like to gang up on you. There is the L3 plus R3 attack. So how that works is that once you build your rage meter up, you will get that prompt to use the Fury move so you can just press the L3 and R3 button. But doing that will sacrifice your entire rage meter. However, we will be getting rage meter an increase, so that bar will be twice as high as it is. It just flashed off screen, but it will get twice as high as it is, and we won't really have to make that sacrifice later on in the game. And maintaining the rage meter will get easier once we get the upgrade, but I think that's the last upgrade, so don't worry about that. I don't think there's a checkpoint here either, but what's going on now, and I didn't realize it at the time because I just didn't realize it. You get infinite amount of magic here. You see, I'm going to use the magic attack here, and so you see it prompts you to do a quick time event. yeah, it prompts you to press a button for this particular magic for the fire element. The QuickTime button event, the button, it's just for like a second finishing move. It's not like if you press the wrong button, you fail and the magic attack doesn't work. Like the first one, that's the main attack. The second one's just like a follow-up move that does significant. I don't know if it's significant, but it's just an add-on amount of damage. So don't worry about sometimes I press the wrong button when I do it. The other magic I know that has QuickTime buttons associated with it is the lightning element. I know that the ice element doesn't have QuickTime buttons associated with it. I don't know about the Hades soul element because in my last playthrough I wasn't able to upgrade it all the way to get the magic attack. I didn't have enough orbs. Okay, so we're grabbing health here. And I think this is where this fight's really fucking hard down here. So once the cinematic ends here, so there's the captain, the goat captain. He's going to come down, and now we got a couple of assholes up here. So you want to jump up here, take them out. I like to just hold the square button to do this attack right there. Even if these guys hit you, it's very, very negligible damage. So. Don't even worry about them, but they're just a nuisance if they're around, so take them out. And if I were you, I would really start practicing the parry attack. It's not the best in this game, but these guys are really going to box you into a corner, so as much as you can. Because sometimes when you get a good parry off, you'll break all of their armor off their bodies, because these are the foes here that you cannot grab. You need to destroy their body armor. Another good way to destroy their body armor is to get a parry on this captain, and then he'll be subdued, and he'll have the white aura, the white halo over his head, like right there. You see this? I'm going to grab him, and sometimes, like, you'll throw them, and then throw them at the other guys, and then their body armor will get vaporized. It didn't happen right there, but yeah, see right there? So I think if you just hit them enough times, their body armor will get off. But I know that I was getting parries down, and my successful parries would destroy their body armor. If not every time, then enough times to where it was incentive for me to do parries here. But parries, they really work here. I really can't stress enough how it is. So all you really need to do is, it's all about timing. It's all about muscle memory, as any parry is in any game. These goat captains, they really have an attack that is not hard to know when they're going to do it, because they'll ram at you, and then let's see right here. Let's see what he does. He rams once, and then he rams again. So it's really easy to get that parry down. See, I got it without any problem. The lash attack that he has, he's going to do it right here. I know that. See, look at that son of a bitch. See what that guy did? That was hardcore shit. Like, I've seen that before. That's really hardcore. When I saw that the first time, I'm like, wow, that's pretty intense. I didn't know. I thought it was my grapple hook, but it was him grappling onto me. So, I don't know if you could... I think if you just block his whip attack, you don't take damage. I'm pretty sure about that. So there's only 2 QuickTime buttons to press on these guys here, and it's pretty brutal. It's cool though. And then you get a checkpoint, and then we're going to be getting some treasure chests, some red orb chests, as well as some item chests here. So looks like we have 1 red orb chest and an item chest. These kind of chests are just impossible to miss, because the game, it already panned over to them at one point. So 2 more red orb chests here. And then those houses down there, you can't enter them, so don't even try to smash their doors. I mean, unless you want to. You don't have to do everything I say. I'm just trying to make a guide and trying to, guide everybody through the process of beating this game on Titan mode. So up here, I had no health, and there's a health chest up ahead, but I knew I would probably have to deal with this whole situation without taking any damage. So this weapon here is really good. It's a sling, and if you notice near the health bar, it has a number right there. See, it says 10, 9. that's the number of times you can use the item, your sub weapon. And then when you have 2, when it gets down to 2, and then you use it, and then when it says 1, that means that it's going to auto discard on you. So just bear that in mind. You could also discard anything you want whenever if you don't want it anymore, just by pressing L1 and O. Okay, so now we're going to be doing some platforming. There's quite a lot of this, and the IGN review or the GameSpot review is giving this game kind of some marks down for having a lot of this kind of scaling of mountains and stuff, but it's not that bad. I mean, God of War it's puzzles, it's combat, it's platforming, and it's scaling stuff. I mean, that's what it is. I mean, if you're that desperate to get back into the action, it's just, cool down your jets. It's not gonna... You'll be fighting stuff eventually. Jeez. So, what's up ahead? Okay, yeah, so we have some guys up here. I'm gonna use the sling on these guys. And we will be coming back. A lot of this game, you revisit places you've gone before, and when you do it, it makes a lot of sense. And I personally don't feel that it was wasted opportunity or that they were recycling environments, because it does have a function, and things do come together in a really good way. There's also 7 or 8 decayed chests. Once we obtain the armlet of Ouroboros later on in the game, then we will be able to reconstruct chests and heal the chests, so to speak. And there's also a trophy associated with that, which I've already got. So I'm also curious to know when Todd Pappy's his patch is going to be put into effect, because I was on his Twitter page, and it looks like they are going to patch that Trial of Archimedes fight. So I want to do this whole game on Titan mode the way it was intended, but I don't think I'll be able to get to that part before he implements the patch. But I may just choose to not install it, and just because I'm not really trying to get trophies all the time anyway, so. Maybe I'll just try it anyway. Okay, so the puzzle here is pretty simple. When we come back here with the armlet, they're a lot more complicated, but this is just a basic. It's not even what I would consider a puzzle, really. So up ahead, I think we have some bugs up here. Double jump right there, or just jump. Maybe not bugs quite yet. Yeah, we are going to be coming back here, but I just want to interact with. I knew we couldn't go through the door right now, but I just wanted to show you, just in case anybody's wondering if they want to read what it says. So I just interact with the objects in the environment anyway. Okay, so I think the bugs are over here. Yeah, just a couple of these bugs. I'm also kind of surprised that there's no trophy for collecting all the notes either. But there really should be a trophy for beating it on Titan mode. But it didn't surprise me in the least to learn that there wasn't, because there's no trophy for beating Chaos mode in God of War 3. And Chaos mode is the highest difficulty in that game. I guess they feel people can't do it. They really, I don't know. They don't give people enough credit, I guess. Okay, yeah, that actually scared me when I was doing this, falling down here. Okay, so we got harpies and dogs down here. Just all of these enemies are grabbable. Oh yeah, these are the flaming harpies here. Let me see. I know I may have picked up the club at one point, but basically they do. They have a fire-based attack right there where they hone in on you. So all you have to do is just dodge it. There's no issues because the rolling mechanic works fine. I was really complaining about the rolling mechanic in the two ports of the PSP titles onto the PlayStation 3, because the rolling mechanic is just really lumbering and really doesn't work very well. It's just so slow, and dodging those harpies attacks can be really bad. It really can. It's like one of the worst things in that game. It wasn't even the enemies. It was just the defective rolling mechanic. And blah, blah. Sorry about that. Yeah, you get a lot of javelin. I think you get like 12 javelin uses. It's pretty good. But the javelins, if you didn't know, if you've never played, they had it on Ghosts of Sparta, and you had you were given one of your weapons was the arms of Sparta, and using those projectiles was one of the things you could do with that weapon. Really good weapon to have. It made dealing with some of the Aries wraiths a lot more manageable. So we are going to be getting up out of this area, but first we have to do a somewhat tricky puzzle. It's not even that bad, though. But if you're playing through this game for the first time and you can't figure out a puzzle, I would not recommend going online to find the answer. It's tempting. I got to tell you, it's really fucking tempting, because you just want to get to the next section and you think that you'll never solve the puzzle. In God of War 1 through 3, there were always times when I would get stuck and I would have to look online. Here, I just put my foot down. I said, you know what? I paid my money for this game, and I'm going to get my money's worth out of it. Because I know that the second I look on the internet for the answer and I see the answer, I just feel so bad about myself for looking. I really do. I just feel so bad, so depressed about myself. Because it's just so, you think to yourself, oh, that's so obvious, you know? Trust me, you can figure it out. Just, if you can't figure it out while you're in a session, just turn the game off, come back, do something else. You don't even think about it, and then just come back and then, you know, give it a second chance. It's so rewarding. I can't tell you how rewarding it is to solve one of these puzzles after you being stumped on it for half an hour. And that's kind of why this guide has been taking a while to get up. But it really hasn't even been it has not even been a week since this game came out. But you know, it's so short anyway, this game. But I don't like to rush stuff out. It's just, I do not like to do that. So many people try to race, you know, to put their guide out. It's not a fucking race. Well, you know what? Actually, it is a race. It is a race for people. And that's sad. That's really fucking sad that it has to be a race. Anyway, so this right here, once the rolling pin thing gets over to there, that's what you want to do. You want to pull all these, because only those 3 items are going to have a timer on them. So each time the rolling pin knocks into the other blocks, then it hits it off. Sorry I couldn't go into more detail there. I was kind of going on a potential rant there about people racing to make guides out. You know what? Fuck that. I like to make a quality product, and you know, so what if it doesn't get a ton of views? The people who really are going to watch it, they'll find it. You know, the good people that know that you put a lot of time and effort into your guide. They'll find you. You know, it's not logical, but it's more based on faith. That's what I have. You got to have faith, because the people, you know, you can tell a shitty guide from a good guide. I mean, you could tell when somebody doesn't even know what they're doing when they make a guide. They probably never even played God of War. That's just, it's so bad. Because I would hate to be, you know, a follower, watching a guide by someone who has no frame of reference. It's just, I would pity that person who would have to watch a guide made by some idiot who just wants 10,000 views so he can make money on his AdSense account. I have gotten into the AdSense program. I've sorted out my financial issues, and I'll be able to make a little bit of money, but I already have a job doing stuff with my family, so I don't need the revenue from AdSense. It's just, I decided, it's high time, might as well. Everybody else is doing it, but That's not a justification for everything, but you know, I want to make a little bit of money, so it's all good. Anyway, okay, so the Medusa up here. This is a really fun fight, and I kind of stretched it out on purpose. And when I say stretched it out, I just mean I kind of just took my time with the battle. This is a really fun battle. So what's going on here is she does that little taunt there. The main thing you can get damaged here on is that her attacks are very, very fast. So you gotta see right there. I was content to. I resigned myself. I also resigned myself here to getting grabbed. I personally don't feel that you should take damage from her grabbing onto you like that unless you fail the quick time event. But you do take a little sliver of damage. It's not that much. And like I said, I just resigned myself to taking the damage. I don't even try to get out of it. See right there? It's too hard to even try to get out of that dodge. You know, rule number one, you don't want to try to launch yourself and this enemy up. I'm not sure if they're launchable enemies. You just don't want to be in the air when they're doing their stone gaze, because if you're petrified and you land on the ground, you're instantly dead. Got a really good parry in right there. That was a good one. So pretty much all of her attacks can be blocked. You know, you could also... I tried to parry... There is a couple instances when I tried to parry her stone gaze. I really did. And I know I was parrying it during the Trial of Archimedes, but I might have had I know I had higher upgrades, so I'm not sure if it takes some kind of an upgrade with the parry ability or something, but traditionally you can parry the stone gaze. See, I tried to do it right there and I missed. That's why I got petrified. I guess petrified is the wrong word. Petrified means to be terrified, and it also means like petrified wood. So, I don't know. Oh well. I almost died right there. Oh, but the thing about the parries is you really shouldn't get... It is kind of tempting to spam it. Spam the parry. You could tell. I mean, you could tell when somebody's doing a parry, and you could tell when they're spamming it. Just holding the L1 button and clicking the X. That was a badass move right there. But I wouldn't get into the habit of spamming the parry attack because it's not going to make you a better player. It really isn't. You've got to just be very patient, and if you miss a parry, just realize that you're not going to get every parry in because this parry system is very difficult. It's unnatural too. That's the best word I could think of to describe it. It doesn't feel natural. It just feels like you kind of have to, put yourself out of the whole combat mentality for a moment, get into your stance, and then do it. Like the best thing I can compare it to, or reckon it to, is when you're getting trapped by a bunch of enemies. So here's the mini game right here. You press square or triangle, and then when she does her stone gaze, you evade to the left or right. It doesn't matter which way. And then you also evade when she tries to slash at you. And then I just love that. I love that mini game. It's just really fun, and it just involves the player a little bit more. It's high time we did away with that, moving the analog stick, swiping it at a diagonal. I'm so bad at doing that, but it's just not even fun, But that's the end of the chapter. It's a long chapter, and so we got the sling right here. You're not going to really need to use it, but there are some bugs over here, and I believe there's a chest too, so you might as well take a left over here before we enter the cistern level. That'll be chapter 5. Or there may be nothing over here. I'm not sure. Yeah, there's a decayed chest. We'll be coming back to that. That'll make sense later. But if you've already played the campaign, it should make sense now. There's a riddle right there and a painting. And that's it for the level. I really hope everybody is going to be successful in this level. And I'll see you in the cistern.